I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Red Carpet Diaries, Book 3, Chapter 11, Superfan Con. It's the day of Superfan Con, and you're checking over everything one last time before you head to the event. I've done one of these before. I wonder if Mary Ann might have any advice. Pull out your phone and dial her up. Jessica, happy con day. Are you excited? Definitely a bit nervous, too. You've done a lot of these before. Any tips for a noob? You have nothing to worry about. I read over your panel notes and you've pulled together a presentation the fans will love. Just make sure your love for Ninradell shines through. I'm sure some of the fans are excited for the adaptation and others might be concerned. But when they see you're one of them, they'll come around, I know it. Here's hoping you're right. By the way, do we get a picture together? What should I make sure to see? Has anyone ever cosplays as you? What should I make sure to see? Oh, I do enjoy the parties, seeing so many fans of different properties in one place and all of the free bourbon I want. All the free bourbon? Young people aren't the only ones who like to let loose every now and again. I've got a few things I still need to finish up here. See you later today, dear. You hang up and head downstairs. Sarah has a steaming cup of coffee ready for you. Are you an angel? Tazzy rubs against Sarah's legs lovingly. Tazzy clearly agrees with me here. Just a fellow caffeine fiend. So, excited for today? Definitely. Nervous too. I need to make sure the fans know I'm one of them. Any ideas how to pull that off? Sarah takes a thoughtful sip of her coffee. You could always cosplay. I'm listening. Well, it's a way fans show their love, after all. If you showed up dressed as one of their favorite characters, they'd have to know we're a true fan. That's brilliant, and I think I know just the character that works for me. The Sage cosplay outfit will impress movie fans and boost your relationship with Mary Ann. Okay. Oh my god, that look is spectacular! It's exactly how I was envisioned the Sage. You just put a cosplay outfit together that fast. That's not how this works. Let's just say I picked up a couple tips from makeover and wardrobe over the years. That's not how this works. You change out of the outfit and pack it up carefully. Probably better to save the cosplay look as a surprise for the panel. I don't want to draw too much attention on the con floor, but I can't wait to see the fans' faces when I come out in this. Finish up your breakfast and check out over your things one last time before you know it. It's time to head to the con. Once you've checked in with the organizers, you find Seth and Tisha at the edges of the con. Hey, Crown in the Flame! So big day. How are you guys doing? I'd forgotten how packed these things get. I may have just walked into a Groot while I was sending a text. Oh yeah, rookie mistake. Cons are definitely a no texting and walking zone for your health. Well, we have some time before the panel. You guys up to explore? Oh, hell yes. Did you see that booth with the... Their closers are on. I'm just here to be your shadow, Jessica. If the shadow has things she wants to check out specifically, that's fine with me. Personally, I want to see the Veil of Secrets booth, the new Hero movie preview. You know, cause Hero. All I've seen yet are pictures, and I'm dying to see the full trailer. I was a huge fan of the first Hero, but how will we be able to squeeze in? The buzz on that movie is so big. The producer told me she'd save a spot for us. Sometimes it pays to be a little famous. Who would have guessed becoming an actor would actually increase my nerd factor? Tisha, what about you? Anything particular you're interested in seeing? Oh, sorry, I've got to take this. She pulls out her phone and is about to start walking away when you stop her with a hand on her arm. Tisha, I really thought this weekend was only going to be about Ninradell. I need you present today. I will be, promise. I know where the panel is. I've set an alarm in my phone. I just really need to take this call. But before you can finish the thought, she's hurried away, phone pressed to her ear. I really hope she's okay. Seth, you drove in with her. Did she mention anything? Hey, Seth, are you still with us? But Seth doesn't seem to hear you. His eyes fixed on something on one of the walls. You follow his line of sight and see a huge Ninradell poster. Seth's face dominating it. Oh, wow. How cool is that? Okay, you're starting to make me a little nervous, Seth. Is everything okay? My head is so... Just give me a second. Seth spins on his heel and starts to walk away, but you grab his arm, stopping him short. Seth, talk to me. What's going on? He weaves his fingers through his hair, heaving out a huge sigh. I was feeling good about filming lately, and even about the panel, but that poster of me has to be 40 feet high. I guess it just made me realize how big this movie is to people. But that's a good thing. Listen. Just take a deep breath. Seth stares down on the ground, trying to catch his breath. I know this feels a little overwhelming, but nothing has changed. You've still got this. After a few long seconds, he nods, his breath coming a little easier. He sucks in a deep breath, obviously a little shaken. I get it, the job can be overwhelming sometimes, but I promise you're up to it, okay? I appreciate what you're trying to do, Jessica. I just don't know how people do this side of it, too. The whole fan expectation side. Most of us feel just as nervous as you do, honestly, but it'll get easier. Trust me on this, okay? Sure, okay. Sorry, I'm good now. He tries to force a smile, but he still looks wobbly. Clearly it's time to distract him a little. Aren't you a fan of cons? Are you kidding? The only reason I got a job in high school was to make enough to drive to the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Cincinnati, Jessica. So, why don't you take a couple hours and just explore the con as a fan? There's plenty of time before the panel. That might be cool. Nerding out has always helped me work through trying times in the past, but these things are way more fun with a friend. Would you want to join? Explore the Superfan Con to play an awesome and dopey cat game. Give Seth the confidence he needs to ace on panel, and you can also snag an exclusive movie prop that will impress Marianne and the fans. Are you sure we have time? Definitely. Anyway, they can't start the panel without us, right? You're a wise woman, Iowa. Grab on Seth's arm and lead him into the fray. Oh my gosh, do you see that? It's the Dopey Cat booth. Grab on Seth and hurry over, admiring the huge drawings of Dopey Cat. Really? You like Dopey Cat? Don't get me wrong, I'm as big of a gamer as the next person, but isn't it a bit, well, stupid? Bruh. I played the cat game, The Cat Collector, this morning. Are you serious? You should check it out on my channel if you haven't. It's cute. Are you calling eating delicious food to save the world stupid? I mean, yeah, was that not clear? You hold out a Dopey Cat plushie to him. So dopey. Really, you can resist this. Okay, that is actually pretty cute. What do you say, want to play one of the updated levels? The Dopey Cat game, huh? I totally want to play. I rule at this game. I believe it when I see it. You step up to the game demo and turn it on. Looks worse than Minecraft. Oofsy Foo has locked me in the dungeon. I need to eat my way out, yo. Remember, eat yummy foods, avoid yucky foods. Ready, set, eat! Cherry sundae. Ah, bubble and sugars. Meat. Hey, give me that. Pizza. Oh, so cheesy. Burger. Oh, yum, extra pickles. Perfect score. Dopey Cat is the best cat. Dopey Cat chomps his way out of the yucky prison cell and out of the dungeon. Freedom! The professor runs away, vowing ultimate revenge.
Curse has foiled again my droopy cat.
Dungeons level complete. Score 4,000.
Booyah! Dobby wins again!
So, how'd you do? Perfect score, obviously. Oh, sounds like someone's getting cocky. Not, brag, just fact. You want a turn? Nah, if I sucked into that game, I'd never get out of it.
Listen to me, you wouldn't eat the food.
You walk down a couple more aisles, stopping to investigate various booths. You notice Seth seems to look less tense than earlier. Admit it, you're loving this. The con definitely is just the part where I inevitably let everyone down that I'm worried about. I'm gonna pretend that you didn't say that. Ignore me. A tactic that could work now and on the panel. Great thinking, Iowa. Oh, hell yes, is that a crown in the flame booth? Seth drags you after him to the booth. Dozens of gorgeous prints of the characters and settings are hanging on the wall. I wonder if they have this medieval knight tapestry, but like 10 times bigger. That would look amazing in the living room. Wander past a few more booths, selling every kind of merch under the sun. Check it out. Creepy crawly robot spider. Doesn't this seem like exactly what William would use to take down Ragnar? They can program one of these to port Ragnar's data while Ragnar's busy stealing everyone else's. Actually, yes, it's perfect. Before Seth even realizes what's going on, you've bought the prop. That was an amazing find, Seth. I think we should use it in the movie. Seriously? Definitely. You clearly know William inside and out. The climactic scene will be so much better with this addition. Seth flashes a small, satisfied smile, and then he points across the con floor. Holy crap, Jessica. They have a Professor Time booth. Professor Time! Professor Time? Haven't seen it. What? Are you kidding? It's the greatest show ever made. I'm assuming they mean Doctor Who. It's not that I haven't wanted to watch it, I haven't had the time to devote to the whole series. There's so many seasons. Well, you at least need to watch the seasons with the 8th Professor. He was legendary. Did I just hear you say the 8th Professor? Seth turns, a sneering teen with dozens of Professor Time pins on his shirt is just behind him. You did, which shouldn't be surprising since 8 is clearly the best professor. You must be kidding. Professor 10 is way better. She set the new standard. I'm loving the sound of Lady Professor Time. Because it's a she? Question mark? 10 definitely has her merits, but she has never reached the depth of emotion 8 did. 8 changed what the show was at its core. He showed the pathos in the character, the turmoil. No, man, they got complacent by the end of 8's run, but 10 has taken the biggest risks and seen the greatest rewards. You saw the Into the 10th Dimension episode last season, right? 10 has literally acted string theory. 8 never did anything that amazing. That's true. That episode blew me away. Wait, she acted theoretical physics? I'll give you that. If you admit you cried during Beethoven episode in 8's last season. I mean, maybe a little. No shame, man. I was bawling. Alright, I hear you. 8's pretty alright, just no 10. Agree to disagree? Yeah, at least until you come to your senses. Anyway, I have to go catch up with my friends. Have a great con, man. And that, folks, is how a civil disagreement is had. Imagine a world where that actually exists. I know, it's mind-blowing. Jesus. Seth slaps hands with the boy, who then hurries off through the crowd. When he's gone, you turn to Seth. Tell me you saw what just happened there. How I almost got that guy to switch allegiance from 10 to 8. Yeah, I'm impressed with me too. I was talking about the conversation where you showed how incredibly subjective taste is. Not every fan gets the same thing from something they love. Well, obviously. So, why would you expect The Secret of Ninradell to be any different? What do you mean? We're not trying to make a movie that is perfect for everyone, Seth. That's not even possible. But we can make a really amazing movie that gets fans passionate. Hell, some of them might even hate you. I'm not loving your pep talk right now. But some of them are going to live for you. You have to stop worrying about every tiny mistake and remember that passion, the way you feel about 8, that's what movies like this are all about. You need to be your William. Not some version of William you think will make the fans happy. Make the character you feel inside. You're right. The idea of backlash is always in the back of my mind when we're shooting, but I can't act in that space. Exactly. So do it like no one else is watching. Do it like it's just Ninradell and you. Thanks, Jessica. That actually made me feel a lot better. Anytime. I'm pretty sure amateur therapist is part of my job description these days. I'm gonna head over to the artist alley. You coming? Nah. Professor Time is my happy place. Catch you at the panel. Can't wait. You head over to the artist alley, strolling through the booths filled with art of every kind. Hey guys, remember how we were gonna go check out the hero booth? The first booth you spot has a ton of superhero drawings done in bold, gritty styles. This was the perfect place to start. I need one of these. Maybe... I've always liked Batman. No offense. Wonder Woman has her... things for women, but... Batman uses his intelligence, his dark grittiness, things like that. And hey, guess what? If you disagree, that's fine. I like Batman better. I love a good brooder. You stop at the booth with a mix of original art, memorabilia from dozens of cult classics. One poster in particular catches your eye. Wait, this looks familiar. Vanessa Andromeda. Looks like, that show based on the... God, sweet mother of... about the aliens coming from space, girl in town, she's a waitress. I'm sure you know. Supernatural detective. A regular teen by day, evil's worst nightmare at night after dark. Man, I totally forgot about this show. But wait, is that... Roswell, there it is. There at the bottom, listed after all the actors and a handful of producers you spot. Tisha Desai. I had no idea she worked on this. I wonder what her experience was like on the show. In this movie poster premiere, you get a chance to play as Tisha in a special flashback. Remember, collecting all your friends' posters will unlock exclusive scene at the end of the book. Off. This is so stupid. You pull out your phone and shoot a quick text to Tisha. Please tell me you're done with calls. Actually, yeah. I was going to try and find you guys, but didn't know where to start. I'm at booth 317, come to me. I have something you have to see. KK, en route. A few minutes later, Tisha hurries up to you. I'm here, what's up? What did you need to show me? You pull the poster from Vanessa Andromeda out from behind your back with a flourish. I just found the poster for one of my favorite one-season cult classics, ass-kicking teen detective Vanessa Andromeda. Tisha grabs the poster, laughing with delight. No way. Oh my god, this was my very first job in Hollywood. I was an assistant to the assistant director. I remember it like it was just yesterday. Just yesterday. Now playing as Tisha. You hurry around the set trying to prep for the day of filming. The director's on vacation. Your boss, the assistant director, hasn't arrived yet, so you're not entirely sure what to do. Well, at least I know I like how the set looks. Hopefully they don't make me redo too much. You turn a corner. And almost smack into one of the producers, he's screaming in his phone.
What do you mean your kid's sick? Alex in Barcelona, I can't exactly call her in. No, you can't bring him here. I'm a sympathetic puker. And the Audreys are next week. If you think... Fine, I guess I'll figure something out then. But if you happens again, that's your job, do you hear me? The producer hangs up on the phone with a sigh. You turn around, hoping to creep away unnoticed. Of all the... Hey, you! That's around. Caught. Who, me? Who else would I be talking to? We're a goddamn skeleton crew of the best days. Right, sorry. Just sorry. Is there something you needed? The episode's almost entirely shot. We just need to film this one scene. Get in the bag. Erica calling sick and we're already down to the wire. The scene should shoot itself. Just make sure everybody gets the lines right and hits their marks, okay? Wait, are you asking me to... Be a warm body behind a camera, yeah. The crew can handle the rest. Let me catch you up. In this scene, Vanessa
captures the evil Egyptian necromancer inside her bedroom mirror by turning his spell against him.
Damn, kid, you're really on top of it.
I love the show, sir. I read all the scripts.
Well, good. That's good. Anyway, you ready? The actor calls any minute. We really don't have any option.
Ready to
direct the scene. And before you ask, I can't change your pay, but we'll give you a credit.
That's fine, and I'm ready. I've been thinking about how I direct the show since my first day.
Well, this is your big chance, kid. Don't screw it up.
At that moment, Amari Elliott, the star of Vanessa Andromeda, comes on the set. Why do you need to keep highlighting it in blue? We know what we're doing, okay? We selected literally a diamond choice. Where's Erica?
She's indisposed, but this young lady is going to direct you instead.
I'm Tisha. Nice to meet you. The actor stares at you, obviously puzzled, and shrugs. Hey, Tisha, how do you want me to block the scene? I think the most important thing is the sight lines between you, the necromancer, and the mirror. So you need to start in front of the mirror. You position Amari in front of the mirror. You'll see him in the reflection and allow him to begin the spell, frozen as if you're too scared to move. Got it. We'll only see you in the frame, like you're already trapped. It'll really up the tension. Then, just when he's about to finish, you flip the mirror towards him so he's the only one reflected, and boom, trapped inside. I like it. Okay, places everyone, action! The necromancer begins to mutter his incantations. Amari stands on her mark, seemingly under a spell. Then, at the last minute, she whips into action. The necromancer shrieks, crumbling to the floor, and the camera zooms in on the mirror. Wow, you've got me feeling so reflective. And cut! That was great. Why don't we try it one more time? Sure. Do you want me to play it any different? It's time to be a little tougher. The guy set scarabs on your best friend Ryan. He tried to mummify your cat. He deserves to pay. Don't be afraid to go somewhere raw with your anger. Mari nods thoughtfully. I hear you. I think I sometimes focus on Vanessa's sarcasm and forget how pissed she'd be. Great note, Tisha. Everyone moves back into place. Alright, everybody good? Then take two and action! Try to keep your massive grin from showing, but you can't help it. For the first time ever, your vision is playing out on screen, and it's even more spectacular than you imagine. Now playing as Jessica. I can't believe how lucky that was. It could have been years before I got a directing credit otherwise, but after that, they let me help out a ton, and a lot of shoots. I learned so much. To think, across the world in a college dorm somewhere, young Jessica was binging your masterpiece. It was a really fun show. They still talk about bringing it back for another season. Well, they should. Maybe it will be our next project. You got Tisha's poster. Like I care, like I care. I appreciate the walk down memory lane. Glance down at the time. For now, we better take a walk down the future lane. The panel starts soon. Together, you and Tisha make your way through the con hall where the panel is being held, reminiscing about the show the whole way. You quickly change in your costume for the panel and hurry backstage. You, Seth, Tisha, and wait backstage until they call your names. I think we're backstage, guys. You walk on stage together, smiling widely. This is so exciting. How are you feeling? Excellent. Thanks so much for doing this, Marianne. It's a real treat. It's a treat for me to see you looking so spectacular as the Sage. Don't you all agree? A whoop goes up from the audience, watching the panel. When I imagined the Sage, well, it wasn't far off from that. She was always one of my favorite characters in the book. I had to represent. It sounds like you're a fan first. How nice to hear. Gives you a little wink of approval. Seth, how are you feeling? I'm just excited to show all the fans what we've got. Without further ado, let's talk The Secret of Ninradell, the movie. Marianne waggles her eyebrows at the crowd. The fans cheer wildly. You may know her as an actress, but on this project she's wearing a new hat. From the moment I met her, I could tell she was the perfect person to bring Ninradell to life, and I have only become more impressed with her sounds. I'm thrilled to introduce our producer, Jessica Park. I also answered to the Sage today. The crowd roars with laughter. So Jessica, why don't you give fans a little sneak peek of the movie before we dive into audience questions? First off, let me just say that I am thrilled to bring The Secret in Ninradell to the screen. I've been a fan since I was in single digits. There's one thing you should keep in mind with the adaptation. The movie will stay faithful to the book. These books are as important to me as they are to you guys. I wanted to stay as faithful to them as possible. And let me just say, they've done an excellent job. I'm sure you all know I'm not the easiest to convince on this point. The crowd laughs along with Marianne. We've made some changes to the setting, but I think fans are really going to feel like they're in a familiar place. Very interesting. Let's all dive right into this. Marianne starts out asking questions of each of you about the characters, production, choices, and more. You glance over at Seth a few times, concerned about how he's handling the pressure of fan expectations, but he seems totally at ease. Seriously though, getting your head stuffed into a high school toilet is like method acting for this part. Crowd cracks up, they're clearly loving Seth. After nearly an hour, Marianne glances at the clock and then turns to the audience. We'll just turn it all over to you. What questions do you, the fans, have? A line quickly forms behind one of the microphones and Marianne points at the first eager fan. First off, let me say I am thrilled The Secret in Ninradell is finally being adapted to the screen. We are too. We couldn't be more excited to bring the story to life. I have a question about the setting. Why go contemporary? I think most fans have always thought Ninradell was a fantasy story. Because we wanted to show how relevant it is. The questions Ninradell raises about power, agency, class shouldn't be more relevant today, and we wanted to make sure that came through. Speaking as an actor really has sharpened my understanding of the themes. They're really timeless. By placing the story in our time, we felt the viewers would respond to them more forcefully. Thank you. I've never really thought of it that way, but it's really smart.
Sounds to me like they're sucking the soul out of the book.
Excuse me?
You're just making it slick to try to appeal to everybody. Why are you afraid of fantasy?
There's some grumbling of agreement in the audience. We're not afraid of fantasy. We just thought a real-world setting was a best vision for the movie. Next question. You feel a flare of anxiety? This was going so well. It'd be such a shame to end on a negative note. How about the gentleman in the Ninradell shirt over there?
Hi, my question is for Jessica. I mean, your outfit might already be the answer, but which character are you most excited to see in the movie adaptation?
I can't wait to see William. William's the absolute heart of the story, and guys, Seth is bringing him to life in ways I never even imagined. Huh, just so you all know, I paid her to say that. The crowd laughs appreciatively. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for coming. You blow out of breath, relieved you made it through the panel. I got a little brutal there for a minute, huh? I think you handled everything well, Jessica. People will always have criticisms. No, people will always be D's, okay? They'll always be D's. I have to head out to a fan meetup right now. I'll see you all soon. Marianne is ushered away by one of the stagehands. And I have my first autograph session. Oh, you'll be great, Seth. A con employee comes to direct Seth to a signing. Tisha's already texting again. Oh, I'll see you later, Jessica. I've got to put this out, this fire. She hurries off and you make your way backstage alone and meet up with Sarah. You were so great, Jessica. Thanks, Sarah. I wish we came out of that mostly unscathed. The two of you are standing just outside the door to the room where your panel was held when a text from an unknown number shows up on your phone. Miss me? A picture is attached of you in the panel just minutes ago. You glance up and down the hallway. It's mostly empty, just a few con employees, VIP attendees, and panelists moving back and forth. Is everything okay, Jessica? Yeah, fine. Your phone buzzes again. Don't you remember me, Jessica? I like to get back to my room, though. Of course. Sarah helps to guide you down the hall, quickening your pace slightly. Peekaboo, I see you. One of the photos attached of you and Sarah in the hallway. You feel your heart beating in your throat. I won't let you get away this time. You look around frantically. Who could it be? Suddenly it feels like the hallway's teeming with people, all of them looking at you maliciously. We have to get out of here, Sarah. This isn't good. You show Sarah the messages, and she immediately springs into action, taking your arm gently and leading you along the hall, head constantly swiveling to assist any threats. Act tough. You try to walk as normally as possible, ignoring Sarah's tight grip and the anxiety creeping over you like choking vines. This is no big deal, just some a-hole playing a prank. That's the spirit, Jessica. We'll get you to your hotel room as soon as possible. It's gonna be just fine. The two of you hurry down a narrow hallway, pushing past Batman and Hogwarts graduates. Sarah pulls out her phone and quickly calls your hotel. Oh my god, that's Jessica Clark! A fan tries to reach out for you, but Sarah quickly pulls you away before they can get too close. As fast as you can, Jessica. We need to get you somewhere secure. The two of you fight through a final knot of people and reach an elevator. Sarah pulls you in, shielding your body with hers. Jessica, look at me! You glance past Sarah's arm just as the elevator door closes. You don't see anyone. Finally, the door closes. After what feels like an eternity, you make it back to the room. Sarah makes a quick check of the room. Alright, we're clear. Thank you. Just doing my job. Speaking of, can I make you some tea? That would be amazing. Sarah starts getting the tea together while you focus on bringing your heart rate back down to normal. After a few minutes, you feel steady enough to talk about it. Did you see who yelled? Sorry, no. The sight lines from the elevator were too limited, but I heard him. Probably my stalker. Sarah nods sadly. It seems like someone dangerous. After the first break-in, now this, I'm starting to get a little really scared, Sarah. I don't want to make you worry more, but I think you're right to be worried. But we're going to get to the bottom of this, I promise you. Sarah hands you a piping cup of tea. You try to let the warm brew soothe you. Try to put the tear behind you, but you can't help but turn it over and over in your mind. Who's after me? Your stalker followed you to the Superfan Con. Is anywhere safe? Find out in the next chapter of Red Carpet Diaries. So, that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and include a link down in the comment section below. It's going to go ahead and be pinned. It's a poll. I want you to spread it. I want you to spread it all over the internet. That's what I want you to do. Because it is a poll about what you would like to do. It's a straw poll. Doesn't need you to log into anything. I want you to vote. I want your friends to vote. I want your family to vote. I want every person who watches Choices to vote. Please, share it. Spread it like wildfire. Choices right now is going based off of fucking Twitter polls. And it only had 500 people vote on it. 500 people. There's more people watch my channel than the fucking Twitter vote. I'm just saying. Without further ado, please vote. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.